Hello, hope everyone's doing okay. Today I want to take a look at smartphone and chip business model in general. Companies have different approaches. For example, gradual and consistent approach, establishing a premium value proposition approach, establishing a budget profile approach, diversifying their product lineup approach, and a whole lot more in their arsenal. Now, some companies, for instance, have only one release schedule. Apple has the annual release cycle, and one model is called something, and the other one, which is due next cycle, is followed by an S. Sometimes, or most of the times, whenever Apple feels like it. Companies like Samsung, for instance, have various lineups for their products, but their main two lineups are Galaxy S and Galaxy Note, and they have a release gap of approximately 6 months, I think. If we take a look at Intel, AMD, Snapdragon, Microsoft, Nvidia, and so on, they also have pretty much an annual release cycle. If you've been following this trend for some time, you can see a pattern. Recently, we've been getting products with some very marginal improvements. Companies come forward and they specify this chip has much more horsepower. It's better than the last one, 20% in fact. Better efficiency. For a long time, I've wondered, why can't they make a chip or a product and it's like, that's it? And when that product is at the end of its life cycle, they can introduce a better product which improves upon the last one in a drastic way. So it's actually worth upgrading instead of just pushing small and incremental upgrades. This will accomplish two things: a more efficient and sustainable business model, and more times for companies to introduce better and innovative products which are actually worth the upgrade. Sadly, that's not the case. First of all, it's not that financially lucrative for the companies to do this, even though it makes a lot of sense regarding efficiency. Secondly, there are a number of consumers and businesses that are interested in these newer products and components, whether it's to upgrade to the newest thing or improving your workstation or making your workload more efficient. Additionally, in smartphone business model, I've noticed a peculiar thing. If you take a look at OnePlus, for example, their first smartphone was priced around $299, I think. It was this so-called flagship killer, and then slowly but surely they increased the price, and at this point they are another plain old flagship manufacturer. Fans who were attached to this brand were furious when OnePlus went through these changes, but it is actually a very common business strategy. So what they did was introduce the products which were had better components, better build quality, and they priced it lower, but consistently, slowly but surely they kept increasing the price, and now they're the same as these other flagship manufacturers. But now I've seen a lot of reviewers saying that OnePlus coming back to its roots. Now it's introducing OnePlus Nord. No, they're not coming back to their roots. It's exactly what Google did with the Google Pixel 3a, and it's exactly what Samsung did with their M lineup or Galaxy A lineup. They're just diversifying their portfolio, and that's it. It's not coming back to their roots. It was just a marketing strategy. It was a business strategy. Most of the times, these will be these smartphones will be missing a key feature, but it'll be fixed with the next iteration, which is pretty much identical to the last one, except it has that one key feature, or they'll create a need. I'll give you a real-world example to elaborate. The Chinese OEMs put out affordable smartphones, but they were missing NFC chip. Next iteration, it was fixed, but they were missing water and dust certification. The next iteration, that these were fixed, but the display had these massive bezels. Next year, these were trimmed down, but the refresh rate was still 60 Hz. You know the drill. 120 Hz, 144 Hz, and multiple cameras, even if they don't make sense. You know what? Just throw in 8K recording with no video stabilization at 24 to 30 FPS. Yeah, that'll keep him happy. Oh, you're still on that? That was the past. Now 8K recording, but with video stabilization and at 60 FPS and then 120 FPS. Oh my god, an under-screen fingerprint sensor by Apple, a totally revolutionary product because we said so. Anyways, I think you get my point. In return, the prices have been driven way too high. Now, don't get me wrong, I love that we're breaking boundaries and getting these imperceivable accomplishments, but some would argue that some of the features are not fully developed yet. For me personally, I don't think that our technology is mature enough for the 125 watts fast charging that Xiaomi is going to provide. For those who don't know, Xiaomi intends to put this much power in their upcoming line of smartphones down the line. This is gonna be the new value proposition from Xiaomi. I do love the vision though, like waiting for your phone to be charged can be a thing of the past. Xiaomi thought slapping this thing onto that bad boy is a good move.
Oh, slapping things onto bad boys is tight. What?
There is no heat dissipation system in place, at least for that kind of power. The components are not specifically designed to manage that power efficiently, and most importantly, the battery mechanism is not designed for that system, and it's gonna degrade the battery faster. But I do love the vision though. Same thing happened in the past when Xiaomi came forward with that over 100 megapixel camera from Samsung, but it wasn't good at all. Like the software backing it up was lacking for the most part. I mean, it took decent photos while given a lot of light in, but even in some slightly challenging situation, it wasn't that good. Suffice it to say that it was a hype trick. Now, drum roll please, conclusion time. I do love that our devices are getting better and getting more features, but we have to wonder, how do they translate in terms of our actual use cases? I hope we continue to break boundaries, get more competition amongst companies, and get meaningful upgrades that make our lives more intuitive. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Catch you guys later.